Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead, 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 Que-stead show. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. Well, as you can see, things are starting to get set up. I need to remove this towel because this towel, I got this when I used to work for the cable company. And so I don't want it to get too messed up, and I can see the dirt is there already. So I'm gonna get that off and get another towel on there. Well, we are supposed to get our first frost early because this is the 8th of October, 2024. And normally we don't get our first frost until the 15th. It is cold. And I told y'all the bottom would fall out. We've had a few nice days here, but it's starting to wind down for us now. And so tomorrow I'm supposed to go to the lake. JD's going to be out there. He'll be up front at the dock where we were the last time, but I'm going right back to my spot by the boat launch. It looks as if I won't be making it to the island. And so I'm going to go on and try to knock out some tomorrow. That'll give me that last, well, I need 2 more bags. And then later on this week, or probably Saturday, I will go to Lake 16 to try to catch some crappies. So I'll get them. So anyway, I got my pepper plants up because of the frost, and every leaf on the pepper plant, every one of them were wilted. Robert came by yesterday. I wasn't home when he came by, but he called and left me a message letting me know he had come. And so he picked all of his gold Scotch bonnets. Well, I found another container like this. So tomorrow I'm going to pull Robert's plant up, the Scotch bonnet, and I'm going to put it in the container. And I'm going to bring that one in as well. I'll save it for him. I know he had talked about saving it, but since he didn't take it yesterday, I'm figuring that he probably wasn't going to do it. But it has such a nice trunk, you know, like that one and this one. His is bigger than mine. And so I want to save it. And so if it can come back for him next spring, then he'll have more peppers for next year. And I have room in here to put the plant, so no problem. I'll just take care of it along with mine over the winter. I was able to find all of my tags. So everything is labeled and marked here. So I know what peppers are which. And so this is how they look. So I cut them to the nub and I left the Y branch. So we'll see how they do. And I'll be opening, I put them on this side because when I open this window in the morning, the sun comes right through that window. And it will come through that window from the first thing in the morning. In fact, when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to open it so that when the sun rises or once day breaks, that the light will come in on the peppers. And then once a week, well, actually, you fill them, and you stick your finger in the soil. And if it's dry, then even over the winter, you give it some water. If it's not dry, you just leave it be, and you just let it get a little light. So in the meantime, I did a video today, but the video was too long. It was 40 minutes. I cleaned all of the new planters, and they really came out nice after I cleaned them. So I'm bringing them in for the winter, but I left them out so that they can air dry overnight. So tomorrow I'll pick up, and you'll get to see them now that they look new. And look brand new again. I learned everything about them. There were numerous videos on YouTube about the planter. And so one, I'm going to keep 2 outside next spring. I'll take 2 out. But one that I'm bringing in, I found out it can be used as an indoor planter for lettuces and spinach and things like that. Things that grow good in cooler weather. So I'm bringing it in. And so I also brought in 5 of my seed starting trays from the greenhouse. And this is all I'll have in here because, as you know, I'll be starting my seeds this year in the greenhouse in April. As soon as the weather breaks and it's warm enough to where I feel that the seedlings will grow, then I'll be out there getting them started, probably the second week of April. But in the meantime, I am going to be starting some indoors. The secret seed for one, that's going to be started ASAP as soon as they arrive, which should be tomorrow. And then also I'll be starting the coffee seed. And I'm going to start both of them right here in the seed tray. I brought the other four in because in January I will be starting my pepper seeds. I did not know that in my zone 6, pepper seeds should be started in the month of January. I've always started my pepper seeds in like April. But if you start them in January, they have enough time to get going with the growth, and they fare better. So I'm going to try that for the first time this year. Just starting them in January. I have my grow light out, so I'm already in set. The planter, so my seed tray will be on this side of the table under the grow light, and I'm gonna put the planter over here. So there should be plenty of room for both, and I'll have plenty of light for both. I might go get another stand-up grow light because they're not that expensive, especially at Menards. So I may do that just so that I'll have 2 lights here on the table. Because with that with that one planter in here, I'll be planting lettuce and stuff, and that'll be growing. So that'll be my little winter garden right back here in the room. So I'm already in set. I'm just waiting to get the thing in. And I have some seed starting mix in the greenhouse, so I'll bring it in tomorrow, and I can start the lettuce in the seed starting tray along with the coffee plant and the secret seed. And once the lettuce gets going, then I'll get that planted out into the planter, and I'll show you how that works and how it's to be set up and everything. Alrighty, so that's basically it. I just wanted to show y'all that. So yep, so it looks like I'm making it. And then back here, Sherry's cotton plant is still producing flowers. It has like 4 new blooms on it, I noticed. The greenhouse is still hitting right around 75 to 80 degrees. So I'm gonna bring, what I noticed today is that the leaves on her cotton plant are beginning to die. So I said, okay, even though it's still warm in there, it's starting to fizzle out. And I took my Crowder peas into the greenhouse today. I tore down the rest of the garden. I'm getting ready to amend the soil. I decided I would put my potatoes in the in the bed where the peppers were. Although that bed is messed up, I'm gonna still put the potatoes in there, the Irish way. And in the other one, I will be planting onion seeds and putting my onion butts in that bed. And I'm going to also plant a few garlic. The Grow Club hasn't given us any this year, and they haven't announced it. Last year, we had the garlic at the end of September, so I'm assuming that we're not getting it this year. But I have garlic from last year, so I'll just plant a few of them. I'm not going to plant as many as I did last year. I'll just plant a few and get some. So I'm gonna plant that in the table, and then I'll plant that in the table with the onions, since I'm planting all that stuff there the Irish way. And then the potatoes, it's enough soil in the pepper bed. I'm gonna get all that amended tomorrow because everything's gonna be planted out on the 15th. And I need to go and pick up my hay from Pelly's. So I'll be doing that probably this weekend. Although I have some hay, but I want some fresh hay for that. I tried to dig up that front bed where I planted the potatoes last year, and that ground was so hard. I said, I'm not even going to fight with this. So I'm going to just put the hay back and just leave it and be done with it. And the funny part is, when I started digging, I dug up a potato. So I guess I left some under there. I dug up a whole bunch of babies, and then I dug up one nice sized one. It was about the size of my hand, but it was green. So I know that it can't be eaten. And then I harvested my sweet potatoes today. Let me show them to you guys. I'll be able to make a few sweet potato fries, but that's about it. And yeah, my living room, I'm getting there, y'all. I started straightening up the couch. I took a break from the hurricane because tomorrow's the big day, so I'm kind of like taking a break from it right now. I did get the clothes folded. I just need to get them put away. But let's come to the kitchen so I can show you today's harvest. I got all those peppers, but at the top are the sweet potatoes. Here they are, y'all. So they're not that big. And remember, I planted these sweet potatoes towards the end of July. I needed more time with them. I think they were going good, but I just ran out of time. And with this frost coming, and then I got an okra. And the rest, once I pull all these sweet potatoes out, the rest down there are Crowder peas and peppers. So I have enough extra peppers from the pepper plants that I did away with today to make another batch of sweet pepper. So I'll add some of the red peppers that I have in the freezer. I'll get those cut up. And I thought I was through with the dehydrator. I guess not because of the peppers, but I'll get those cut up and dehydrate it, and I'll make that last batch for Sherry because she said she was interested in some sweet pepper powder. So I'm looking at my onion powder. Everything's looking good. See it? And it's moving really well. Oops. And then I'm almost done with this bottle of sweet pepper powder, y'all. I've been using that stuff left and right, but I'm still full with that. Okay, and then I still have to get these herbs chopped up. I haven't done that yet. I've got my butter ready. And then my friend, I have her vanilla ready. I'm taking that to her this week. So she gets the rum vanilla because it's almost 2 years old. So I want her to get that this week in time for the holidays. And here's the Korean melon seeds, you guys. Ooh, they're not quite all the way dry, but they're just about there. And I have my seed packet to put them in. And so for those of you who are interested in some of them, I'll make sure that I get that out to you real soon. It was something else too. I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway. So, yep. So that's about it, you guys. So I'm going to get ready to get off of here. I'm going to relax and I'm going to catch up on YouTube. I will get an update on the hurricane a little bit later before I go to bed. But that's about it for today. Tomorrow I'll be going fishing. And then, I'll be concentrated on the hurricane after that. Yep, because it's of interest. So anyway, I'm going to get ready to get off of here. And so I'm going to relax. And you all have a wonderful evening. And may God bless you all and stay safe for those of you who are in the hurricane zone. I will talk to you later. And tomorrow when I come on, I will be showing you what I'm doing outside. I have to blow the leaves. Oh, the yard is a mess. I'm going to do my final cut, and I'll probably weed whack one last time, in the areas that need it with the weed whacker. I need to get the balcony. The balcony. I don't have a balcony. I need to get the patio cleaned off and the deck. Although the deck is kind of set up, with everything, but I'm going to get the deck cleaned off and washed down. And, the table, the soil amended in the tables. It looks so different back there without those peppers and green beans and stuff. I tore everything down with the exception of the cucumbers. But with that frost hitting, they may have to come up tomorrow. But anyway, yep, so I'll be doing that. I'll be getting the grass cut by this weekend. I need to get the snow blower out by this weekend, get it locked to the deck. So basically, I'm going to be just cleaning up back there this weekend before the bottom falls out and the rain starts and everything. And then I'll be done with the exception of the greenhouse. And I really, other than putting, the boards up and stuff, I don't know how much cleaning I will be able to do in there before next spring. I might just leave it and start cleaning it in the spring, especially once I start the seeds, because I'll be, rejuvenated and excited. And so then if I can get this backyard together, which I haven't done all summer, if I can get that together, then that will free me up to where when spring comes, I won't be dealing with the backyard trying to catch up with that. I could go straight into that greenhouse and whatever needs to be done in there, I can get it done because it does need to be washed down. But and so that can happen in the spring. And then also that green, moss stuff that's on the floor, oh, it'll die off during the winter, and it'll rinse right off anyway. The leaves have pretty much fallen off the cherry trees, so I need to get those pruned, and then I'll also be getting the wood to get it shored up. So that will be done before winter. But right now, it's still hitting like 75 in there, so I don't want to disturb the groove by messing up things before it's time. So that's why I said the greenhouse might wait until later. Plus, I'm going to be doing it different once the plants that I will be getting rid of die off. Then I will be getting rid of those and getting the crates, and that brown thing that I had there on the deck. I've already moved it down to the greenhouse. That is going to go in the greenhouse along that wall where the crates were, and things will be planted in there. And then on the other side too, I'm eliminating the crates for next year, and I'm using just tubs, as many as I can get in there. So I have the big one for the strawberries, and then that brown one is huge. Hopefully I can find another one that size, but if not, probably 3 more of the bigger tubs, or 2 more, because I have one already that I've drilled the holes in. So I would need 2 more, and I'll have 3 of those tubs, and that will allow me to plant things like green beans and things like that. And then, I'll be utilizing the keyhole garden. I will be utilizing the deck, and I'll be utilizing the garden tables next year. So I'll have a bigger garden, yet and still things will be, more organized. So I'll be deciding, what's going to be grown and things like that. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to get off of here now, and I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all, and stay safe, those of you who are in the hurricane region. Goodbye and Godspeed.